Hello, guys. Welcome to Ops Knowledge. This is lecture 1 of the topic Lean 101 or Lean methodology. Let's go to the next slide and let me introduce you to Lean 101. So, what is Lean 101? Lean 101 is an introductory concept referring to the fundamental principles and practice of Lean methodology. It is a systematic approach to improve efficiency by eliminating waste and maximizing the value for customers. It came into existence in 1950s and it was quite inspired by TPS or the Toyota Production System. Let's go to the next slide and understand about the contents that we'll be reading in this course. So what will be covered? So first is definition, second is core principles, third is types of waste, fourth is key tools, and five is applications. In this PPT, we'll be learning about the core principles. So the definition says of lean that lean is about working smarter, not harder, by focusing on what customers value and remove everything else. So from removing everything else means we remove wastes. So now the next thing is, what is waste? Waste is anything that does not contribute to customer value, like delays or excess inventory. Also, what encompasses customer value? Customer value is something for which the customer is paying you money. So without lean, something looks like the left picture, and with lean it becomes the right picture. So in left picture everything seems to be very cluttered, it's a mess, and in the right picture it seems very standardized, calm, cool. Now let's go to the next slide and understand about the 5 lean principles. So the 5 lean principles are: first, define value; second, map the value system; third, create flow; fourth, establish pull; and fifth, seek perfection. So in the next slide, what is value exactly? So value is identify what the customer wants. So customer wants will be called as value. For example, a bakery customer values fresh cakes. An Indian middle class customer wants an affordable and fuel efficient car. So the car example could be the first one, and the customer is very much concerned about the value. So the second picture shows that. Now let us understand about the mapping or map the value stream. Chart every step in the process and remove waste. Example, a bakery maps baking steps and cuts the waiting time for oven. Another example could be, in manufacturing industry, many steps are used to minimize the inventory. This is an example of value stream mapping. We'll cover value stream mapping in detail, but it is like a map from which in the upper end you could see that the information is being transferred from right to left, and from left to right mostly the material is being transferred with all the processes. So that's your value stream. We'll do that in detail in some other lecture. Now let us go to the next slide and understand the flow or creating the flow. Ensure the process runs smoothly without delays or bottlenecks. For example, rearrange the bakery counter for easy access to ingredients, or changing the layout of the assembly line so that there is no delay while waiting for raw material or sub-assemblies. This is a picture that depicts flow. In the first one, the flow seems to be a bit hindered. Basically, you could see that there are stoppages in between, and the second person has to wait, the third person on the station 3 has to wait, so there are delays. But in the second picture, which is after verses, there's no delay. Why? The first thing that has been completed in station 1 is transferred to station 2 directly. It's more of a single piece flow, so flow is there. Let's go to the next slide and understand about the pull or establishing pull. Produce only what's needed and when needed. Example, bake cupcakes based on orders, not in bulk. So pull is basically market demand oriented. Whatever market needs, you produce that. In the first picture, you could see that every type of cake has been manufactured in bulk, which should not be done. So there's a cross in it. And in the second picture, you could see a Kanban kind of picture in which multiple colors are there. Some maybe it is having names of the cake that are to be produced, and they have been pre-ordered. So this is the right approach. Now let's go to the next slide and understand perfection or seek perfection. Continuously improve through small changes. Well, in industries, a small change is known as Kaizen. So, example, weekly bakery team meetings to brainstorm better processes or Kaizen for welding to make the process more safe and faster. So these are two different approach. One is for a bakeries and the other is for a welding process. And the meetings happen like this, where brainstorming happens and something good is the outcome to achieve perfection. That's all for today. Thank you very much.